I'm Megan Spangler.
My name is Max Kunzman.
My name is Megan Rogers.
My name's Matt Donaldson.
Hi, my name is Maddie Ardra.
My name's Sydney Korvick, and my favorite thing about Dominican Republic was the kids.
They weren't expecting anything, they just wanted to play.
As soon as we got off the buses, all of the little kids would come up to us and they would grab our hands.
Boys from their community were all playing soccer.
There was this little girl.
There was a kid at the first site, his name was Pabo, and we had been playing a game of soccer.
There was this little boy, and there was no one around, it was just him.
We were getting along really well, but she kept coming up to me and telling me that she didn't really like the shoes.
When we were all playing basketball during our last distribution site, myself and all the other girls, we all tried to encourage some of the girls to play with us.
He came up to me and grabbed my hand and said amigo.
He just came up to us and gave us all little flowers.
This guy happened to speak Spanish. He was from the little village we were in, and he spoke Spanish and English, and he told her, okay, they don't have any on your side.
He was riding on my shoulders, and it was just, I feel like we formed a bond.
All of a sudden, she just turns with a big smile and gave me this big hug.
They don't have as much as we do. They're the same people that we are.
They definitely have a closer relationship with God than most people do because they don't have all the materialistic things.
They had nothing, and they still just wanted to give us everything they had.
I thought that it would be kind of scary going into and seeing all the poverty that was there because I wasn't sure how I would react to it.
A lot of people were saying how beautiful it was outside, or they were seeing the palm trees. But the first thing I noticed, oddly enough, was just houses that didn't have roofs, or houses that were literally built with cardboard.
Their buildings are just small, usually one room.
It was very humbling to see just how physically dirty they were.
The first distribution site, the pastor there had diabetes, and thinking it's diabetes, it's hard, but there they had nothing to help, and that it was just, they would die.
It was just literally taking stories from the Bible and putting it to work. Washing their feet was hard.
It was nice to be able to give them a new pair of shoes and to clean their feet. You could tell it hadn't been done in a while.
Sweaty, and it was difficult because the shoes, they were hard to put on because their feet were wet.
Sometimes they would have cuts. Here we're used to getting pedicures all the time or whatever. This is our time to spoil them and just show them that we love them. It was hard for them to even communicate to us oh, this is a cut, it hurts. We had to be more interactive with them to be able to understand what they were saying.
There's a language barrier, but that just seemed to bring everybody closer.
One of the girls came over and grabbed my hand, my other friend's hand, and she knew that we couldn't speak her language, but it didn't matter to her.
I think they were laughing at me a little bit because I didn't know any Spanish, and all I could say was bonita, meaning pretty.
Whenever you walked into a distribution site or a village, they would come up to you and tell you they loved us, and they didn't even know who we were.
They were very open. They just kind of walked right up to you and kind of formed an immediate bond with you.
They were just so welcoming and loving.
Even though they might not have the best living conditions there, I didn't want to leave.
We get to go back to this amazing country where we have millions of opportunities for us, and they have to stay there.
It was unreal because we come home and we take everything for granted, and to everybody who hasn't seen it firsthand, it's just a commercial that you see on TV.
It's amazing. It's fun to just be able to completely put yourself in.
I didn't think I needed this until I got it, and I can't thank people enough for supporting me on this trip.
There's no real words that can describe the trip.
No matter what they think going into it, that it's going to exceed every expectation that you set.
Just go, because even if you don't speak the language, even if you aren't sure about it, I guarantee that you will have an amazing time and that you will grow in your own faith and just grow with the people that you go with, and it will really change your life.
I made so many friends. It was amazing, and I loved everything about it.
I'm never going to forget what I saw and who I met.
There's nothing I want more than to go back.